Chukwebuka Onya, Chinaza Rinze, and Cynthia Ani received cash prizes of 250,000 naira, 150,000 naira, and 100,000 naira respectively, recognizing their exceptional work. And moving on to the stories, the State Internal Revenue Service (ESIRS) has recruited over 200 staff in a bold move to eliminate loopholes in tax payment and enhance revenue collection in order to boost massive infrastructural developments across the state. Addressing the new employees at a strategic training program anchored by the professional services firm PricewaterhouseCoopers at the Nike Lake Hotel, Enugu on Tuesday, the State Governor Dr. Peter Ndubisi Mba, who was represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Chidebere Onya, urged them to ensure the success of the revenue drive of the state government. He stated that the government was committing over 1 billion naira in every smart green school project in each of the 260 electoral wards in the state, stressing that these had never happened in the state before. And moving away from that, two major road transport unions have paid an urgent visit to Enugu in response to complaints by their members of extortion by illegal tax collectors. Afia TV chief correspondent Nathalie Uku has more.
Illegal tax collectors. The chairman of NATO speaks on the shocking ordeal by illegal tax collectors who claim to be collecting revenue for Enugu State.
So I'm from Jos, receiving so many complaints against tax collectors, illegal tax collectors in Enugu State, which they are disturbing our drivers right from Obolafo, OP Junction, Ugo roundabout, Ugo side, and till you reach NNPC, Abapanike area there. So we try to make complaint to others, but they didn't know come work because they don't used to come in the afternoon, come out in the afternoon. They used to come out midnight, anything 9, 10 till daybreak. And they are demanding a lot of money from our drivers, and those our drivers normally carry perishable. And I believe most of the people that are riding that road, you can see what the content of the vehicle. Because in order to avoid problem on the road, we normally tell our people to open the side door so that anybody can see what is the content of the vehicle. It's a perishable. So before we are not facing this problem, but now we are facing serious problem. In the night, you can meet up to 20 people. They are blocking, some of them are blocking our road with barrier, demanding money. They cannot give you any receipt or anything. And the more you stop, they will carry stick, knock your motor, carry machetes, cutlass, they beat your motor, break glass, break some of our windscreen, some go drop you down, rob you by force, collect your money by force, collect the whole money you have. And we don't have what to do because we are not from here. Even if we are from here, most of the cars, you can come.
He lamented the incessant harassment even after drivers pay a fee at Obolafo, harping on the centrality of the state roads in commuting to states in the east.
Enugu is a center of southeast. If you are going to Aba, you must follow Enugu. If you are going to Weri, Omaya, if you go Port Harcourt, you go follow Enugu. So we say the governor of Enugu State, maybe the government of Enugu State is not aware. And we believe that we that are importing the perishable goods, we have to come and make the complaint. Maybe the complaint will go through the Enugu State government. So we are begging the Enugu State government, and we are still begging the all these uniform agencies, the police and Nigerian Army and other security agencies to put it together and assist us, help us together. Because this thing it is so worst. Because what our drivers and our people are complaining, they are complaining of it if the thing has not taken action. So maybe they can stop until the action was done. Because they are looking for the way they can save their life. They used to beat them, break their heads, break their windscreen.
A perishable goods transporter, Isia Lastborn, does not hold back frustration as he shares his painful ordeal in the hands of rogue tax collectors.
The problem we have in Enugu State, but Enugu Ezike to Osuka, Ogogo, and Ogugu, and inside Enugu to reach Garke Market. Before driver we carry load, tomato, cabbage, everything we carry J5, you know, go spend money on 2,000 naira, 2,500. But now almost 60,000 naira, 70,000 naira. But on Usuka to inside Enugu market. Why? As government, Enugu government, they don't know these people.
Beyond the government, Mr. Tanko Abdullahi Azoge, the NURTW J5 chairman, Lafia, also called on the intervention of the security forces.
Beg government to help us about this matter, to look our problem with our complaint, to help us because of God. I beg. We need government helping and the security agency and the others agencies. I beg. So thank you.
The Union of Road Transport Workers further harped on the seriousness of the harassment of perishable goods drivers at OP Enugu by this category of tax collectors and how it impacts the price of commodities in the region.
We are here for assistance in Enugu State. We have a lot of problems with youth on our way to Enugu, from OP to Enugu. Normally they disturb our drivers that bring perishable goods and some other things. So we don't know what is happening. And definitely we know that the government doesn't know anything about what is happening. That is why we are here in Enugu to lay our complaints, to tell the government what is happening so that we need assistance from the government. Definitely. We are in serious problem with those boys. That is why we are in Enugu. We need assistance from the government, please. So that is why we are here. We say we should come and talk to them and see what will happen. Because we cannot go to anywhere apart from them. Those boys will stop our vehicles, they will break glass, they will beat drivers. If you see what is happening, it will surprise you. And now, if you go to the perishable market, just go and ask off how much is a basket of tomatoes. It's almost 50,000. And it is all because of those boys we are seeing. They collect money anyhow, destroy your vehicle. You yourself, you will not be free from them. They will deal with you. We have we have pictures of our drivers that they carry machete and hit them, wound them. But we try our possible best. We don't know what will happen now. That is why now we are in Enugu. Both the NATO chairman, the National Union chairman, and the remaining people, we are in Enugu now for a solution. So we need assistance from the state government, please.
In Enugu, Nathalie Uku reporting for Afia TV.
Nathalie, and moving on, and in furtherance of the governor's ambition to beautify Enugu State, a massive Ijele masquerade has been installed at a popular roundabout in Enugu, gathering widespread attention. Afia TV chief correspondent Nathalie Oku yet again filed in this report.
A sculpture by an artist, Sunday Chukwu, commissioned by the Enugu State government, caused profound excitement during its installation. Enugu residents gleefully monitored the installation of the massive Ijele masquerade, a masquerade revered across Igbo land at the Ono Asata roundabout in Oguinike, Enugu on Tuesday evening. This appears to be in continuation of the beautification of Enugu by the governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, through the Enugu State Tourism Board.
Okay, like I feel maybe the government is trying to, bring back our culture, like maybe tell foreigners, people who come to Enugu, that Enugu is an Igbo state, Enugu is an Igbo land. So I think this is just an example, a typical example to express that.
I feel excited because Nigeria and Amo was that. So I just like presiding. So they just want to give us the full definition of themselves. Okay? So I'm happy that they did what they are known for.
According to the chairman of the board, Lady Ritamba, the site of the statue was inspired by the memory of watching masquerades there as a child. The statue is currently being wrapped and will be unveiled soon. In Enugu, Nathalie Uku reporting for Afia TV.
And moving on, meanwhile, Bless Mema Oil and Gas Station launched its new branch in Enugu East local government area. The managing director of the station, Mr. Matthias Chika Ukaigwe, committed to satisfactory service to customers.
Don't do advice by me saying. I believe in seeing is believing. I always tell people, come and test. If you test, you will like what you will see. We don't adjust meter. We don't say adulteration. We don't cheat customers. Even our workers, we train our workers in the way that they will attend to customer politely and with customer relationship. If you come to our station and buy any product, you go other places and buy, you see that there is difference. We go directly to the refinery. We don't go to ordinary depot. We go directly to the refinery and purchase our product. Both PMS, we have PMS, popularly known as petrol. We have AGO, popularly known as diesel or gas. We have DPK, popularly known as kerosene. We have LPG, popularly known as cooking gas. And we sell at cheapest price that you can find anywhere around. And we also have lubricants. That is engine oil, gear oil, and axle oil. So when you patronize us, you tell yourself that you come again. Not us will tell you to come again, but we'll be convinced to come again.
The station was commissioned by Reverend Father Mbaka, who blessed the station and declared it open by cutting a ribbon.
So we decree you open as we spell Jesus. J-E-S-U-S.
The chairman of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Enugu Depot Unit, Mr. Chinedu Ayaso, expresses delight about adding another branch, a testament to growth. He further encouraged Nigerians to invest at home to create room for opportunities.
I'm highly delighted. I'm happy in the sense that one of my members is adding another station to his fleet of stations, you know, and as you can see, it's an ultra-modern filling station that has all the gadgets to fit in to the 21st century filling station. And it will equally help in creation of jobs to the teeming unemployed youths within this locality and otherwise, and also it will equally make the product available to the residents of this area and those traveling outside this axis.
The Deputy Local Government Chairman of Enugu East, Engineer Kingsley Anike, who also graced the occasion, showed appreciation to the Managing Director for choosing to invest in the state and specifically Enugu East.
The prayer answered the angle of human capital development. For so long as this company is thriving, the workers here are within the Enugu East and are still empowering the residents of Enugu East. So we'll continue to give you our support to make sure that the company goes from strength to strength. That's our prayer. And I believe that in due time, the mayor will have a privilege to have further discussion with you to ensure and open more windows for collaborations with you.
Reverend Father Mbaka expressed joy about witnessing the launch of the station. He also emphasized the need for Nigerians to go back home and invest in their communities. The opening ceremony was graced by priests, traditional rulers, and other members of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Enugu Depot Unit.
The fact of homecoming for integral investment is a contemporary need that entrepreneurs are encouraged and should be encouraged to go home and invest. That's a prayer we are making, because there's no way we can conquer insecurity, conquer unemployment, conquer the contemporary hunger on the land if our people are not investing. And even when they are investing, they're not investing at home, because some are keeping their monies in the bank, and once you keep your money in the bank, it keeps depreciating. But someone like Omema here has invested here. He is a model of homecoming. All of us love home industrialists, and we pray that more will come and do so, because our people need them. Although we pray that the government should help them, because when you invest at home and the interest rate is too high, it is too difficult for the investors to thrive. And when you invest at home and the other political government factors are affecting the investors, it will be a discouraging factor. So I pray that as we advertise and preach the evangelism, the gospel of come home and invest, we should equally give them the enabling environment for thriving in the business, because every businessman is investing for profit making. But when you invest and you don't make profit, and when you invest and the interest rate is too high, and when you invest and you are not secured, then it is a debilitating factor. But in spite of this, we encourage all to come home and invest.
And still on the southeast region, it's reported that a fatal shooting at Hokobe Ndume community in Umuahia North local government area on Saturday left the community in shock. A 70-year-old man, Nwokocha Irobunda, allegedly shot and killed a 30-year-old man simply identified as Bright, sparking outrage. Afia TV Bureau Chief in Abia State, Emmanuel Wazwe, visited the scene and witnessed firsthand the aftermath of this tragic event and now reports.
It was Saturday, the day Abians went to the polls for the local government elections. But at the Hokobe Ndume community along the Umuahia highway, death looked around. A 70-year-old Nwokocha Irobunda was the catalyst, while a 30-year-old local government official, identified only as Bright, became the victim, hence this chaos. By the time Afia TV visited the scene of the incident, days later, Ms. Irobunda's home had become rubble. Madam Chinyere Ndumele, who spoke in Igbo, saw it all. I was here cooking when suddenly I heard a gunshot. Whoa! There was a boy that ran towards that direction, shouting that the man had shot a gun. I then confronted the man, but he threatened to shoot me dead. He also threatened to deal with my co-wife. While we engaged him, 3 men Chinedu, Kelechi, and the one he shot came to ask why he had to shoot. He said that the children were playing football around his house. When they got into his compound, he shot one of them in the abdomen and began to hit his head with hammer. It was then that I started shouting and calling on the people. 17-year-old Odinaka Chinenye was in the eye of the storm. He was amongst the young lads who were playing football here on the fateful day. We were here playing football when the man came out and asked us not to play here. But we continued. Then he went inside and picked up a gun and fired a shot in the air. We ran and hid under that car. Those who heard the gunshot from afar came to inquire why he had to shoot. The man told them that he's been trailing one of them, that he will shoot him dead, that they should move away. The three men then approached him and he shot one of them in the stomach. As he fell, he used the hammer on his head. After the shooting, the other two ran away, and his son picked up a machete and chased after them.
Like it has always been, it's a pitch without a goalpost that ultimately resulted in a bloodshed right from this spot where Mr. Wokocha Irobunda allegedly shot down a young man in his mid-30s. Because of football right here in this compound, and one of the people who have interviewed happened to be one of the football players for which Mr. Irobunda gunned down a 30-year-old man, and the result is the devastation you have seen around here, that the community were infuriated to the extent of damaging his belongings. We are told that he has been taken by the authorities, and as usual, the investigations begins from here. From Ohokobe, in Umuahia North Local Government Area of Abia State, Emmanuel Wanzwe reporting for Afia TV.
Thank you, Emmanuel, for that report. We'll take a short break now, and when we return, more on the news today. Stay tuned.
Time check, it's 2 p.m. and it's time for us to vibe, chill, and relax. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV. So Lunch Break is all about the music, it's all about fun, it's all about entertainment, it's all about entertaining gossip and stories from social, it's all about the latest trends, it's about what's lit, it's all about the games with our guests, and yes, in general, I like to say it's all about the vibes and vibes only.
Good evening to you, viewer, and welcome to Women in Business, a show that profiles women, executives, and even the next door store owner, showcasing Igbo greatness to the world.
I started always obsessed with books ever since I was a child.
The stress of always converting naira to dollar and
an incompetent means an incompetent person.
What are your thoughts on the spate of sex for grades in Nigerian universities?
This very issue of owing salary should be criminalized.
How can they amplify their voices?
People don't have evidence. You want to get to know about it? Have to stay tuned right here on Afia Morning Show to get the pulse and the feel of that.
Join us on Gyno Plus every Wednesday at 6 p.m. right here on Afia TV, DSTV channel 254, and GoTV channel 17, where we will delve into health issues affecting girls and women in society.
Breastfeeding doesn't even cause breastfeeding.
The frequency of breastfeeding means the
approach you take to make sure that your well-being is maintained.
Welcome to the latest and most amazing show on here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break.
You don't sing along.
I did single.
For real.
You're not a backup singer.
That's what they do.
It's a brand new week and another opportunity for us to gist and me to tell you, bring all the spice, all the things that are hot, trending and exclusive on social media. Sometimes I know there's constructive criticism. I know that you know how to quote it. So for the people that don't understand, I want to be like, oh, why are you doing this?
Please, I'm not a cross-dresser. I'm only doing this because of the money on Facebook.
There are some people you need to just tell the truth brutally. Let it hurt them. Give it hot.
Afia TV official, exclusive every weekday on Afia TV.
Thanks for staying tuned on the Afia TV news today, reaching you live from Enugu State, Nigeria. I am Ubong Kings. Now moving on to the national scene, it's reported that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has decorated the acting chief of Army Staff, Olufemi Oluyede, with the rank of Lieutenant General. Tinubu, who performed the decoration ceremony's office at the State House, Abuja, also said that the Chief of General Staff, General Christopher Musa, and the other service chiefs were all in attendance. Tinubu named Oluyede as acting chief of Army Staff about 6 days ago to fill the office of the absence of Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, who is receiving medical care abroad. Before his appointment, he was a Major General. And in a related development, and on a sad note, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, has today, Wednesday, announced with deep regret the passing of Lieutenant General Taoreed Abiodun Lagbaja, the Chief of Army Staff, who died on Tuesday night in Lagos at the age of 56 after an illness. In a press statement released by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Nanuga, President Tinubu expressed gratitude for Lieutenant General Lagbaja's enduring contributions to Nigeria, honoring his memory and dedication. Lieutenant General Lagbaja, born on February 28, 1968, was appointed as Chief of Army Staff on June 19, 2023 by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. His distinguished career in the Nigerian Army began with his enrollment at the Nigerian Defense Academy in 1987. On September 19, 1992, he was commissioned as the second lieutenant in the Nigerian Infantry Corps, joining the 39th Regular Corps. Throughout his service, Lieutenant General Lagbaja contributed significantly to key internal security operations. He served as platoon commander in the 93 Battalion and the 72 Special Forces Battalion, and played essential roles in operations that included Operation Zaki in Benue State, Lafia Doli in Borno, Operation Udoka in Southeast Nigeria, and Operation Forest Sanity in Kaduna and Niger States. In addition to his practical experience, Lieutenant General Lagbaja was committed to academic excellence. He earned a master's degree in strategic studies from the U.S. Army War College, cementing his reputation as a leader devoted to continuous professional development and strategic thinking. Lieutenant General Lagbaja is survived by his wife, Maria, and their 2 children. President Tinubu extended his heartfelt condolences to the family, the Nigerian Armed Forces, and all who had privilege of knowing Lieutenant General Lagbaja, noting the immense void his passing leaves in the nation's military leadership. And moving on from there, The Federal High Court in Abuja has terminated the treason charges brought against the hashtag End Bad Governance protesters by the Inspector General of Police. Justice Obiora Egwatu threw out the charges on Tuesday upon his withdrawal by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Olusokanmi Fagbemi, SAN, on behalf of the federal government. Fagbemi, SAN, represented by the Director of Public Prosecution of the Federation, MD Abubakar, had at the proceedings announced his exercise of Section 174 of the 1999 Constitution to take over the case from the Inspector General of Police. Upon the grant of the request by Justice Egwatu, the AGF proceeded to request for invocation of the same section of the Constitution to discontinue the trial of the 150 accused persons. Following no objections to requests from various lawyers representing the accused persons, Justice Egwatu granted the request and struck out the charges. Although the accused persons were not in court, the judge ordered their immediate release from prison remand. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had on Monday directed the AGF to terminate the charges against the accused persons, most of whom are said to be minors and prohibited by law from facing such a trial. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Dr. Nentanwe Yiliwata, and Femi Falana, counsel to defendants, spoke on the decisions of the court.
We're here on the directive of the President to ensure that the children are safely returned back to their destinations. And before we return them, we want to do also due process of ensuring that they are medically fit. So we take them for safekeeping in the facility and make sure they're medically checked. And where we need to make additional treatment, we take care of them so that psychological they're also tested, and we ensure that they're safely and well treated and taken care of and giving a human face to what happened.
We are calling on the federal government to take steps to return these children to their homes and then embark on rehabilitating them. And as we have applied to the court, to also enroll them in schools. We are also calling on the governments of Kaduna and particularly taking back to their homes. Yesterday, 19 people were also charged in Borno State, including minors. Again, we are calling on the government to discontinue all cases pending in different states with respect to the August protest. I'm also aware that 16 people are standing trial in Kano. Initially, 632 were arraigned before a mobile court, but today, 16 are still standing trial in court. Once the government has recognized the constitutional rights of Nigerians to protest, the criminalization of protest in Nigeria.
And in a similar development, Vice President Kashim Shettima says President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered the release of the 119 minors who faced trial over the recent hunger protest on humanitarian grounds. Shettima says this while handing over the freed minors to Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano and Governor Uba Sani of Kaduna at the auditorium of the Presidential Villa, Abuja, on Tuesday. He handed over 73 released suspected minors to Governor Yusuf of Kano and 39 to Governor Sani. The Vice President described the event as solemn, saying the minors were released despite compelling and incontrovertible evidence.
I wish to warmly welcome our governors and our guests at this solemn ceremony. We are not in a celebratory mood. Events like this call for society for sober reflection and for us to look inwards and find solutions to our challenges. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, instructed the release of the suspect on humanitarian grounds, despite compelling and incontrovertible digital video and photographic evidence of the perpetrators in action, some of which were uploaded by the actors themselves.
Become responsible citizens and never allow themselves to be used to perpetrate violence and destroy public and private property. According to him, over 300 billion naira was lost in the protests, consisting mainly of private property and loss of businesses.
Not to allow yourself to be used in perpetrating violence and destroying public and private property. Over 300 billion naira was lost in the protest, consisting mainly private property through looting and loss of business. I will urge you, I will advise you, you are our children, to use the opportunity of the President's magnanimous gesture in ensuring that you go back home and become responsible citizens who will contribute to the growth of the society. I will urge our governors and our elected representatives here that cut across political divides. What binds us together as citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria surpasses whatever that divides us.
But Governor Yusuf assured that under his watch, protests that could destroy private and public properties would never happen again.
The right thing. But what you did is treasonable felony, punishable under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Alhamdulillah. Through this persistent appeal, through the compassionate demonstration by the President, we are now free. Your Excellency extends our appreciation to Mr. President. Assure Mr. President that by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this type of protest will never ever happen in Kano so long as we are in leadership.
On his part, Governor Sani assured that the children will be enrolled in school and training on various skills acquisitions.
Here is that when I see them, part of our conversation with them is about the situation generally. As someone who have been part of the civil rights movement, myself particularly, of course, if you followed my career, you realize that I have been detained a few times in my life. But my only disagreement with the people that were agitating, pushing these children, is simply because I have not seen a child of any big man here. Most of the people that are talking on the social media, talking about these children, I haven't seen their children here. Those that are even urging them to go out, I haven't seen the children of those people here. So what I was telling the children, again, is that next time anybody asks you to come out, ask them to send their children first.
Of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Nentawa Liutiwa said the ministry has profiled and examined them medically and they were fit to be reunited with their parents. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, more stories after this time out. Please stay.
Welcome to Afia TV, your go-to channel for excellent news and incredible shows that keeps you IEI, that is, informed, entertained, and inspired. Need a break?
Ladies and germs, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV.
Join Choco to vibe and chill on Lunch Break at 2 p.m. for the latest trends in music and entertainment.
Not like I have big money.
Dive into the world of innovation and creativity with Rochelle on Anka.
It means art in English.
Where creative minds and groundbreaking ideas come to life. Tune in every weekday at 8 p.m. Do not miss Afia TV Official, your perfect dose of laughter, where they discuss what is currently trending on social media every day at 5:30 p.m. on Afia TV.
But in this economy, the savings will save you, man.
And that's not all. Stay tuned for more exciting shows on Afia TV. Catch us on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17.
Time check, it's 2 p.m. and it's time for us to vibe, chill, and relax. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV. So Lunch Break is all about the music, it's all about fun, it's all about entertainment, it's all about entertaining gossip and stories from social, it's all about the latest trends, it's about what's lit, it's all about the games with our guests, and yes, in general, I like to say it's all about the vibes and vibes only.
Good evening to you, viewer, and welcome to Women in Business, a show that profiles women, executives, and even the next door store owner, showcasing Igbo greatness to the world.
I started always obsessed with books ever since I was a child.
The stress of always converting naira to dollar and
An incompetent means an incompetent person.
What are your thoughts on the spate of sex for grades in Nigerian universities?
This very issue of owing salary should be criminalized.
How can they amplify their voices?
People don't have evidence. You want to get to know about it? Have to stay tuned right here on Afia Morning Show to get the pulse and the feel of that.
Welcome back, and now we're moving on to stories from the business scene, where it's reported that the convener of the aviation meet stated that there is no immediate cause for an increase in the cost of airfares within Nigeria during festive seasons. He made this known while fielding questions on the Eastern Business Report segment of the Afia Business Morning.
Normally, we see a situation whereby there's an increase in price, no matter what it is, both in land transportation and all of that, because there's a large number of movements of both human and living goods. So that puts a whole lot of pressure on the transport system. But in this case, I think, I personally, this is my personal view on this, I think it's not something that anybody would want to accept. Because let me give you an instance. I have places to go to, and I decided to make booking ahead. That should be around December, early December, and then middle of December. So earlier on, I saw the fare to be around 150,000 per trip. Then again, I checked the next day. It was already 285,000, 286. And 286, when you look at it, then when you now book it eventually, you get it at 300,000. So for those 3 trips I'm going to make during December period, that means I'm going to be spending over 1.2 million.
And moving on to the foreign scene, let's bring you this report that the Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump has been declared victorious in the 2024 U.S. presidential election. And addressing a raucous crowd of supporters at his campaign headquarters in Florida, Trump proclaimed that his victory represents a historic mandate and a defining moment for America, saying, "We are going to help our country heal." He promised to address challenges at the nation's borders and outlined plans to fix long-standing issues that he claimed had been neglected over the past 4 years. Trump reportedly clinched key battleground states including Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia, victories which leave his opponent, Vice President Kamala Harris, with an increasingly narrow path to secure the presidency. We'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll be having a conversation session, and it will be all about the lessons that INEC and Nigerians could learn from the just concluded U.S. elections. Please stay.
Introducing Obuzo.
Afia TV's early Christmas gift to businesses in Southeast Nigeria. With Obuzo, Afia TV is empowering local entrepreneurs with 1 billion naira advertising grant, helping you reach a global audience on DSTV, GoTV, and Afia Radio. For more information, visit www.afiatv.net/Obuzo or visit the SME Center in your state.
Obuzo, catalyzing economic growth in Southeast Nigeria.
My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Apamaga.
I am Chioma Okbala.
My name is Ifunaya Ndule, but I'm maybe now market speaking.
Great to have you rejoin us on the news, and now we're on the conversation segment, and this is pretty much about quite a number of activities, but really specifically about the just concluded U.S. presidential election, and what can Nigeria, what can INEC learn from this? And joining me on this conversation is none other than Alex Ogbodo, who is the head news and current affairs here at Afia TV, Afia Radio. It's good to have you join me.
Thank you, Ugo.
So quickly, from your point of view, what are your thoughts? I mean, we could actually literally follow the election.
That's right.
Literally. There's no case of we have to, wait till next day for collation of results. What are your thoughts, really?
So, if you want a transparent election, you can have a transparent election.
Clearly.
So, the challenge I've had with elections in Nigeria is that a lot of people are comfortable. In fact, the politicians are comfortable that after an election has held in Enugu or Plateau or Oyo, someone, a human being, will carry it physically to Abuja to announce it. And these are people who have smartphones, who are sending their children to Harvard. And an election will hold in your country. Someone will carry a cardboard sheet containing the details of that election and board a plane and fly to Abuja to announce a result that should be uploaded on a particular platform. Everyone will see it. All the campaign headquarters should have a back-end access to that particular result upload. Remember, in the US, what is the name of an institution like INEC? What you have in different states is Election Board of Control. I was in the US to cover the 2022 midterm elections. I was just able to see one election official at the Columbia Heights in Washington. He's an election board of control officer. I mean, but that's it. His job is just to do his job. And then you see the results real time. He wouldn't have to carry the results physically from Columbia Heights
to point B,
to the main, to Capitol Hill to announce it. Like they tell you there's a local government collation center, and then there is a state collation center. All you do is the election is going on, the results are uploaded real time. Every campaign headquarters will be seeing it. That's why all the big networks in America are making projections, because they can see those results coming. So there's no speculation. Nobody will tell you that we are still expecting results from Abia, or we are still expecting the Kardashians. Kanu, Kanda, so in the US, it's there. If you're going to win, you will know. I think from the onset of the election, you could tell.
You could predict,
Trump was going to win because he was already taking the states that ordinarily the Democrats were dominant. And when you start losing your battleground states, you will be left with nothing when you really need to
augment,
touch up. So that's what happened. The moment Pennsylvania fell, that was it. Because that was the only thing that could have given you a leap. But at the end of the day, the lessons to be learned is that it will be quite a shame that in 2027, that someone, a human being, will carry a result from Enugu or from Abia or from Kaduna and take it to Abuja to announce it. It will be quite a shame.
Oh well. We'll see all of that pass. I wish we had more time to push on this a lot further, but thank you so much, Alex, for coming. Thank you.
Yeah, and by the way, congratulations to
Trump.
Donald Trump.
All right, very well. Then to end the news, here's a recap of our major stories. We brought a report that ESIRS has recruited over 200 staff in a bold move to eliminate loopholes in tax payment. And from the national scene, we brought a report that President Tinubu has decorated the acting Chief of Army Staff with the rank of Lieutenant General. And on the foreign scene, we also brought to the report that Republican presidential candidate Trump has been declared victorious in the 2024 U.S. presidential election. And that's the size of the package in the news. Thank you for staying with us in the news today. Do not to follow us on all our social media platforms at Afia TV Official. I am Ubong Kings. Many thanks for watching.
Size mo de ko eba.